Hello, and welcome to Words of the Wesleyan. I know we've received a lot of information these days, locally, at the state level, nationally, and I want to suggest a couple of steps that we can take to look at things perhaps in a little bit more of an optimistic environment. First, I would say find the optimistic viewpoint in a negative situation. One of the simplest but most effective ways to build a more positive outlook is to ask more helpful questions as often as possible. When we are in what seems like a negative situation, maybe we've made a mistake or failed or stumbled in some way, then ask yourself questions like, what is one thing that is positive or good about this situation? And what is one opportunity within this situation? Doing so is a whole lot better than what we usually do. Before, we may have asked ourselves how bad something is or how things could possibly get worse. Oftentimes, we need a bit of time to process these thoughts and feelings. So you don't have to ask these questions right away, but we want to make sure that we're in the right frame of mind. Trying to force optimistic thinking when you're still in an emotional turmoil or a bit shocked usually doesn't work that well. You will find the right time for questions, but questioning is the right thing. We have all heard the phrase, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. It's very easy to lose perspective, especially if you're stressed or you're going too fast. And so a molehill can become a big and terrifying mountain in your mind. A simple 3-step way to handle these situations so that they don't get out of hand is to do these 3 steps. 1, say stop. Literally in your mind, say stop. We are not going to go down that path again. As soon as thoughts of this kind start to spin in your head again, just say stop. And then second is breathe. After you have disrupted the thoughts by shouting stop, sit down and just chill a little bit. Breathe with your belly and focus on just your inward breaths and your outward breaths for a minute or two to calm your mind and body. And third, refocus. Question your mountain building thoughts by talking to someone close to you and getting a more grounded perspective on the situation by just venting or by getting his or her input. Or simply ask yourself this question to widen your perspective. What will this matter in 5 hours, in 5 days, in 5 weeks, in 5 months, or even 5 years? Dr. Bo Bennett encouraged us with this statement. He said, having a positive mental attitude is asking how something can be done rather than saying it can't be done. I hope you all have a great week, and may you live life abundantly.